What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Root. So this is part 9 to the Larry the Batman fan Christmas and birthday special as far as these pitching I have basically the particular products amongst it here. These are some re-up type packages that I received from Larry the Batman fan within recent type fairs as far as these pitching I have. So this has a series of comic books, but within this particular first package, there's also some movies and some movies and video games, fairs like that, some stuff pitches within the hit type product. There's also some of those in the second package as well as we get towards those within those aspects with good pitches like that. But yeah, some the next episode after this one, which is going to be part 10, is going to have comic book type fare and possibly part 11 as well before we get to the second package. And I'll designate when we get to the second package as well. But pitches like that here. So some of these type phrases and pitches like that, be sure to check out Larry the Batman fans' particular YouTube channel. Some of these type pitches, banging type ness has some blistering type videos on there and pitches like that. But so within the hit type appeals, this is a blistering Ninja Turtle shirt as far as it's supposed to happen. I do definitely need one of those as far as it's supposed to happen. And within products as far as saying good excellent products as far as these pitches can happen, this vintage type aspects within those type tones, definitely within those type pitches. Can see my definitely have to get to wearing this shirt in some of my reviews and pitches like that within these hit type appeals. So good aspects as far as what's supposed to happen. Look, definitely very wicked and pitches like that. There's some further movie type fairs within here. There's some further type movie type fairs in here as well, pitches like that. So one of which is Disturbia. It's a good type movie here within these type pitches. Now I have not seen it within these type aspects, but I did read about it within some type fairs, pitches like that. Good, nice thriller type film out of the late 2000s, pitches like that. So type prize for as the pitch kind of happens. Like I'm not sure it's full bound, but this may be the inspiration for the source of where Rihanna got that particular song title from. Pitch like that. It's a hit type appeal. I definitely associate with the song pitch like that, but success. This particular movie seems like some good, nice fairs for us. This pitch having to some hit type ones back in those particular days, like Gothica and some of those type ones like that. Some of those banging type ones like Gothica and Donnie Darko pitch like that. So some hit type appeal as far as this pitch can happen. No nice one within these pitches is the Italian Job. Now within these fairs, I did own this movie, but I'm not sure it's full bound as to where it particularly went. I might have sold it or fairs like that, but some good, nice pitches getting towards the here. I particularly kind of know that it was the former movie that I think goes as far back as like the 60s or 70s. I know that is a revamp to a former type movie that goes as far back as like the 60s or 70s within those type fairs. So good pitches like that, good action type flick. Pretty similar to James Bond sense of pitch. It seems like within that. I have seen this particular movie, but it's been a spell within these type pitches. First gonna happen. I think I saw it like 10, 12 years. So like 10, 12 years ago, pitch like that, hit type feels is good, nice, basic flick as far as this first gonna have excellent type pitches. No nice one here would be Cellular. I'm not as full blown sure as to whom is in this particular film as far as these. I'm gonna look that up. There's some good folks in there. Kim Bassinger's in that particular movie. She was an 8 Mile, good pitch like that. Jason Statham, I fuck with his movies. Chris Evans, good pitches like that with some of these appeals, good folks like that as far as these pitches can have. So with the aspects for us saying, yeah, particularly, I don't know how this particular movie slipped between the radar for me as far as these pitches. I'm surprised I didn't know about this movie sooner with the insights of aspects. Looks pretty interesting. Seems kind of like a phone booth type movie or some of those type pitches, some of those type aspects. This is sort of role that Kim Basinger kind of gets like this is a good screen queen type fare of like a movie type fare pitch like that. It feels like the particular type fare that like Kim Basinger kind of gets typecast in pitch like that. It's not to say it's full bound like it's actually like that, but it's just a good nice fare. This feels like a pretty central role for like the pitch of like recent type fare when you think of Kim Basinger pitch. It's like recent type fare when you think of Kim Basinger pitches like that. It's kind of as far as saying seeing as it hasn't seemed as if she's complex popped up as full bound type much pitch like that. But some hit type feels good aspects, nice good throw pitches like that. Jason Statham movies are pretty bang within these aspects. He usually nails it with some of those type ones like the transporter and some of those type ones. Good nice pitches. For some further blistering type ness here is Midnight Club 2, good pitch like that. So yeah, Larry picked this one up for me as far as these first gonna happen along with the he has some personal requests as far as this press happen. This is one of those type ones I was than the warranty of asking for a pitch like that. So some good nice varieties getting towards us here, good pitch like that. Then these type of appeals, Midnight Club, good classic series for these supposed to have just some blistering typeness getting towards some of these type ones. This traditional type of appeal within pitch like that. The soundtracks are usually pretty good on here. They have some good songs within this game, pitch like that. You can trick out the cars, pitch like that. I want to say they actually made like a Pimp My Ride type game as well, pitch like that. Some hit type appeals within the aspect. These are just some of these type ones that are just back in like the Tokyo Drift type days and pitch like that. Since appeals back when Fast and Furious, Midnight Club, some of these type fairs. And there's like a it was like some motorcycle type movie that had Lawrence Fishburne in it that was released in like 2002, 2003. That was pretty similar to Fast and Furious as well. As like the motorcycle type version of these type movies, pitched like that, and these type fairs. It's good, nice pitches. It's good, nice sleekness pitches like that. Good, nice fairs here. This is Kiss of Death as far as these first gonna happen. I remember Larry talking to me about this. It's kind of within these type pitches as far as these first gonna happen. Vintage type film from yeah, this is a hit type movie from the 40s as far as these first counts. So this is a real throwback type one pitch like that hit type feels within these type aspects. Good, nice pitches to get some of these on DVD. It's not super common that you see these sorts of fairs within the product as far as getting towards those particular type fairs amongst it. So, good, nice hit type variety. More in like the drive-in theater type aspect pitch like that, but some banging type appeals getting towards these products here. I definitely think my family would like this pretty full bound as well. Pitches like that, so some hit type aspects here, good pitches. No, nice one is Activision Anthology as far as these pitches can happen. Now, within these type pitches, these seem like Atari games since the pitches like that as far as these pitches can happen. Question if it's like question if it's like games like Pitfall or Pac-Man since the pitch amongst it within these hit type fields. Yeah, it appears to say some ones on here. Pitfall is at least one of these type ones, and then pitches like that. But yeah, a series of these type ones, over 45 of these type games pitched like this. So some hit type PLs, definitely a throwback type sense in the pitch, so you don't have to spend like within the type pitches. The Atari within some type aspects is a good type machine within those parts, definitely in the pitch. I do question back 20 years ago when these particular games, these PlayStation 2 games were coming out, Atari was probably, you could pick one of those up for like 20 or 30 bucks in those type fairs. But nowadays, with the price of games going up, pitch like that, I would almost question if trying to get one of the 70s or 80s Atari's pitch like that would run you for like 50 bucks or 70 bucks, something like that. It probably shouldn't, but it does within those type pitches. And it's not to say within the quality of it not being supposed to pitch like that, but considering that those type games is really, it, those are just kind of one button on the remote type fairs as far as those pitch games kind of fair as far as saying it's just a commonplace, but it is kind of pitch for us saying some of these hit type deals within aspects like that. Games like Galaga and since the pitches. Now I don't know if Galaga is particularly on here or Space Invaders, some of those type ones, but his pitch as far as those type varieties kind of happen. It's good, nice pitches for some of these blistering type ones. It's good, nice stable to get to some of these type products. Throwback type gems and pitches like that. There's some good, nice fairs within these pitches as well. This is Vex as far as these fairs go. I don't know his full bound about this particular one, but it seems like a Crash Bandicoot. Seems like a Crash Bandicoot and Jack and Daxter type fair sense to pitch amongst the good varieties like that kind of pitch. These are some of these type ones kind of pitch as far as saying to some of these type pitches. Kind of reminds like a leaner kind of Sonic the Hedgehog or something that pitched amongst this kind of some of those type fairs. Good pitch like that. Definitely some hit type varieties. So it's good, nice pitches here getting towards some of these type ones. It's a good throwback to some of these type pitches. That's just a little. It's a little bit cuter type fair once the games like particular. This is like a good relief from some of these type fairs like Max Payne and some of these type games pitch like that. Rise to Honor, some of these type ones, some of these type pitches. Other type games like True Crime and pitch like that, some of these type appeals. But good, nice pitches here as far as these varieties can happen. 28 days later. Now, this is a good staple within these type pitches. Now, I'm thinking these are movies that I haven't as full bound type seen, but I do recognize like the staple, like the appeal that this particular series that this particular series kind of had within these aspects. I want to say they had a number of spawns. I think the sequel of this was 28 weeks later since the pitches. I forget the full bound tightness. I want to say they've gone as far as like 28 years later since the pitches, but it's definitely a good, excellent quarantine type movie. Definitely one of these type thrill seek type ones just for the after hours. It's great in the autumn fairs like that since the pitch as far as these varieties going to happen. Definitely good bona fide for just definite screen queen and aspects like that. It's not not just Scream Queen, but horror and some of these type pitches within the aspect. This is definite variety that some of these type fairs that you should have within like the DVD type library that you have pitches like that when you think of movies like particular like House of Wax and Resident Evil and some of these type ones pitched like that. There's some other type ones like House of a Thousand Corpses, some of these Rob Zombie type movies. This goes hand in hand with some of those type ones playing those type pitches, this hit type appeals. 2000s was real good about movies like this. This is a real good standout. This is one of those type ones. Obviously, when you think of movies like the particular Super Size Me, good standouts out of the 2000s, like Super Size Me and Napoleon Dynamite, some of those type ones, pitches like that, Harold and Kumar, and like Miami Vice in certain type senses, Phone Booth, some of those type ones like that, 8 Mile pitch like that. It's one of those type ones that's just a more central type staple like the 2000s pitch like that, some hit type feels. So definitely good to own this movie pitch like that. I don't know why I didn't own it beforehand. And this is a new nice one as well with these type pitches. This is Godzilla Kong, the new Empire's Frozen Space Game. So these are good, nice pitches. These are real throwback type ones. I think this is a more recent type variety. Yeah, this is a brand spanking new type movie within these type pitches from 2024 as far as these pitching out accent type appeals. Getting some throwback type vibes like the pitch of like hit type aspects back in those black and white movie type days, pitch like that, where Godzilla, some of those type wants to just be within pitch now. I kind of forget as full bound as to how old Godzilla and King Kong movies type are with these type pitches, but I want to say it goes back as far as like particularly like the 50s or 60s, something like that. So some of those hit type aspects when you think of movies like Dracula and the Loch Ness Monster, the Godzilla and King Kong ones are not too far behind with some of these type pitches. So it's good excellent products for these pitches going to happen. This further hit type appeals getting that particular product within the banging typeness of this natural type thrills and pitch like that. Just central kind of Hollywood pitch like that. Just some of those type ones just as it's the roots of some of these type fairs pitches like that. So hit type aspects there within those sorts of pitches. Good, nice varieties get towards that. So within the pitch, as far as saying the blistering type products. So yeah, like I was saying within these type pitches, part 10 and 11, some of these fairs, the next ones, they're going to be still part of the first package out of the two that I received. Pitches like that are going to be the fairs that just get into the comic books. There might even be a part 12, depending upon how there might even be a part 12 to the comic books and package one as far as these pitches can happen, depending upon how many there are pitches like that. But hit type variety as far as this pitch can happen. I will probably likely put the images at the beginning of those videos, pitches like that, because usually the glare kind of gets in the way. I don't think it got in the way on this particular video, but this pitch like that. So just stay tuned for some of those that one's definitely some blistering product here.